Welcome everyone to an awesome showdown between myself as the Greenskins versus Mars Pattern as the Empire. This battle took place on a Rubber Ducks ambush King of the Hill, where the attacker had 1.5 less gold funds, but the advantage was to set up and destroy the King of the Hill, who got ambushed. As we can see here in the front for myself and the Greenskins getting very much ambushed here as I was King of the Hill, we are going to see leading the force of the Gobbos is going to be Grimgor Ironhide. The baddest and the best here with Gitsnick, You're Next, and Best of the Best. For the magic, we are going to have the Giant River Troll Hag here with Mither, that Spirit Leech, Overwhelming Odor, and Regeneration. And for the second hero, we are going to have the Black Hawk Big Boss. He's going to be here with the Rabble Rouse for that Immune to Psychology, and the Brass Cleaver for that melee attack buff. For the main core, 4 units of the cheat Gobbos there with those silver shields. A nice unit here of the 8 Peak Loonies, the RRR for Unbreakable, with those gorgeous Fanatics. 4 units of the Orc Biggins here, good armor as well as anti-large and also bigger and ardor, so it means we can really smash into that cavalry and get some good damage done. 2 units of the Skirmish Spider Rider Archers, including the RRR Death Creepers for that regeneration and stalk, and 2 units of the Regenerating and Armor Piercing Stone Trolls to really have some nice whack there in the backside. So as you can see, in a nice long line for myself as I was getting ambushed, and my opponent here with the Empire had the opportunity to spawn anywhere around me, but he decided to go on the hill here, take the advantage and build a nice box. Now we can see 2 units of the heavily armored Empire Knights on the flank at the front, 2 units here of the Spearman Shields just dotted around with a third here up and protecting against the Hellblaster volley guns. So 2 of these here for 290 range, 750 armor piercing missile strength, alongside a single unit of the hand gunners. So great damage in the pocket, and at the back we are also going to have the elite Demogryph Knights. Here with their halberds for the anti-large, armor piercing, and of course that 125 armor, making them very tanky and very strong indeed. In the middle for the Lord, we are going to have Volkmar the Grim with the Grand Soulfire, Grand Shield of Faith, Grand Hammer of Sigmar, Banishment, and the Jade Griffin. For the hero, we are going to have the Light Wizard. He'll be here with Net of Amatok and the Shem's Burning Gaze. So as you can see here, although my opponent does have 1.5k less funds than me, he actually has the ability to have the element of surprise and ambush me and decide where he picks his fights. Now, however, although he had this advantage, he decided to stay on top of the hill and didn't get involved so quickly, so we are actually going to be having the Hellblaster volley gun shooting in. But what I did is I dropped my units back a little bit, organized my force, and then was able to push. Although I was going to be pushing on a hill, I had 1.5k more funds than him, so I knew as long as I took it carefully, I should be able to pick the build apart. Spirit Leech in the middle here on the Hellblaster volley gun, overcasted here, so we got the extra range. Now that does mean I can overcast it, but of course the Giant River Troll Hag does have that regeneration, so if I do damage, I will heal that back. So it looks like here we have the 8 Peak Loonies on the second line coming on the left-hand side, 4 units of the boys in the back, and 4 units of goblins getting ready here to really take the brunt of the charges from those cavalry, as well as the nice spearmen. Moving around the back here with the double Spider Rider Archers, trying to see if I can get some poke here onto the Hellblaster volley guns. I'm going to be met by Empire Knights, just trying to screen me out and trying to make sure I don't get into this gorgeous pocket. Now, one thing I do here as well is I keep my hero core, my triple threat, and also the double of the stone trolls out on the flank in what I call the blind spot. So, of course, if the cannons do want to turn and shoot, they have to really focus away from this middle side and come here and shoot on the flanks. And if they do so, this middle line is really going to charge in and come in unimpeded. So if they want to focus on the outsides, the middle is going to beat them. If they focus on the inside, the outside is going to beat them. But here at the front line, as we can see, the Empire Knight is going to be moving in downhill charges up against those Gobbos. They're going to be leaping in. And as you can see here, lovely connections. Thanks to the brand new cavalry beta here, we can see just charging in and deleting these Gobbos, just throwing them absolutely everywhere. Empire Knight's brilliant there for their mass and charge bonus. So they're going to thump the front line, do some nice work, do some very good damage, and take very little in response. Charging downhill yet again with the Demogryph Knights with their nice Gobbos in target, getting shots as well, moving in. Demogryph Knights downhill as they charge, leaping and bounding. Goblins, shields at the ready, trying to brace the best they can, but they're going to get thumped everywhere, and it is a bad day to be a Gobbo. As you can see, just getting absolutely thumped here. Goblins are not happy, wavering and potentially breaking in here under half health from one charge. Awesome stuff. But with all the cavalry at the front, we can see a net in the back is not going to get any advantage. Overcasted there for an air of effect is going to pin it in the Spider Riders, but only Volkmar there is able to act. Another Spirit Leech on the side that's really going to delete the Hellblaster volley guns, but on the flank we can see the triple threat as well as the 8-peak loonies and some of these Orc boys really moving in to try and see if we can overwhelm this right hand side. Shen's Burning Gaze is going to hit, mostly hits the floor there, but should catch a few models of the Spider Riders. But now we're going to move in with the Stone Trolls with that armor piercing to try and see if we can thump these Empire Knights. Pretty quick here, we will have 54 speed, so we should get quite a few units. There's only 66 for the Empire Knights. They are heavily armoured, but we have those big armour-piercing clubs to really just challenge them. I'm either going down on the Empire Knights to slow them down on the right-hand side, so we can get in with Grimgor, who's been using Gitsnick, as well as the Black Orc in as well, to try and see if we can get that good damage here and remove all of this fast cavalry. Of course, if we get rid of the mobility, we should be able to win here as the Greenskins. In the middle, another Spirit Leech on this second Hellblaster volley gun. The first one has gone down, so we're going to do some nice work there, remove the second one, and we shouldn't have too much more pressure here for our gorgeous, gorgeous Stone Trolls. In the middle, another ability coming here out of those fanatics, those mushroom-taking absolute mentalists, as they're fighting here in the middle, swinging and just deleting orcs, goblins, and Empire State troops as they go through here up against the remainder of all of these forces. Not caring who's in their front, they're going to destroy everything in their way. Hellblaster volley gun's going to be firing here into the Stone Trolls. As they have been broken, they will regen, but of course, that's going to help them and remove them from the battlefield. Bit of a mistake from me. The Spider Rider archers are going to be shooting in just to a single unit of spearmen. A bit of a lack of micro there, but what you will see is the Death Creepers are now going to start moving in and shutting down the Hellblaster volley guns. Arrows moving in, some good damage. Goblins are in the front line, keeping everything busy. And it's like there, we also have the handgunners that have been pushed onto. So in the middle here, unfortunately, very unsuspecting are going to be the cannon crews here from the Hellblaster volley gun. These Empire Statemen have absolutely no idea what's going to be charging to their backside, and unfortunately, they're going to get hit extremely hard. But we can see here the Light Wizard was trying to cast a spell, but unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit too late. The damage has been done. They have been compromised and shut down here from the Greenskins. The net does go down. We are going to be moving in here, I'm sure, with the Demogryph Knights and Volkmar the Grim, but the Spider Riders, they're ready to get some good volleys in. No shields here for the Demogryph Knights. They do have 125 armor, but we should still do some pretty good work. We are going to lose the Cannon Crews here, and the Spearmen just going to be fighting here up against Orc Biggins, so I can now start moving in with a triple threat. No handguns, as they're going to get pushed off by the back of the Orc Biggins, and over on the side, we have lost some of those Empire Knights, thanks to the beautiful Stone Trolls. Spirit Leech on the Demogryph Knight, Mither as well to slow them down, so we can skirmish here with the Forest Goblin Spider Riders and move in with a nice anti-large Orc Biggins. Coming in with that giant River Troll Hag, really trying to delete as many models of the Elite Cavalry as I can, but I've done all the work here. I have managed to break and push off using those Goblins up against the other Hellblaster volley. So a nice Shen's Burning Gaze here, smashing into the flank of the giant River Troll Hag, but of course here, this pocket is now open. The Empire have well and truly been flanked on the left-hand side and deleted on the right. Moving in, we can actually see the Light Wizard is going to be exposed. Only Volkmar to help. I do actually pop your next to slow him down, get rid of that melee defense as well, so I can pop on and really try and delete that caster. No more nets, no more Shen's Burning Gaze. Just trying to make sure here with a big hit coming in with the giant River Troll Hag, I do not want any more Winter Magic coming out of this Empire player. Balance of power here is going to be in my favour for the Greenskins, as unfortunately here I am starting to delete some of these single entity models. Your next pops for quite a long duration of time there. I believe it's upwards of 30 seconds, so it's going to be a nice big negation there up against that hero. We do have a great Grand Soulfire coming in the pocket, deleting all that infantry. Very good up against the 8-peak loonies and the Orc Biggins. Going to be shooting in the back well as well as that Spider Riders, coming in with that beautiful poison. But in the middle here, we have shattered the Light Wizard, so no more Winds of Magic, and it's just going to be Volkmar here, fighting up against the Black Orc Big Boss, Grimgor, and also that River Troll Hag. We can see the armor-piercing Stone Trolls are starting to move in. We are deleting the Demogryph Knights out here on the left using the Stone Trolls, so everything's going well here from the Greenskin favour. Spearmen moving in, as well as the crews here from the Hellblaster volley guns, and getting some Empire Knights back in there to the fray. In the middle, it looks like here Volkmar is going to be using the Grand Shield of Faith, but I'm going to pin him in using that Mither, the third and final one, to slow him down, make sure he has to fight here in the middle. This is the do or die moment here for the Empire. Balance of power is going to be shifting. It is going to be army losses, and just Volkmar left here. The Volkswagen are going to be trying to delete all the infantry here, but unfortunately my opponent does give up, with the victory coming for the Greenskins. So a really enjoyable battle here. Thank you very much to Rubber Duck of War. If you don't know him, do go check him out on YouTube. He hosted such an amazing event here, and I really did enjoy participating. Now here for my opponent, he did play very well, I think being a little bit more aggressive with Volkmar the Grim and some of the cavalry early doors, because he did have the surprise element on me. You get about 6, 7, 8 seconds there in the beginning, where you can sort of take your advantage and really try and dominate for the 1.5k funds that you do lose. Now we can see 131 kills, 1.5k value there for Volkmar the Grim, 150 there for the Bright Wizard. We also got 186, 306, and 300 there for the Spearmen with shields. 80 kills for 400 damage value for the Sigma Suns. We've got 350 for the Handgunners. We've got 660 and 850 for the Empire Knights. So some really nice work there with 1,000 damage value for the Demogryph Knight Halberds. Here for the artillery, 877 and 420 for the Hellblaster volley guns. So some nice work, of course. Volkmar still with a very late push there, still getting 1.5k, so you can see just how powerful he is here in this matchup, and the majority of his damage actually coming from fighting against single entities such as Grimgor, who is perfectly designed to deal with him. But Grimgor here today got 1,088 damage value, as well as 1.5k there for the Giant River Troll Hag, with those nice armor-piercing hits and those Spirit Leeches. 415 for the Black Orc Big Boss, as well as 74, 240, 61, and 270 for the Goblins. 2 units getting deleted by Empire Knights and Demogryphs. 670 for the 8-peat Loonies, with 677, 570 for the Orc Biggins, 570, and 610. Spider Riders at 320, with 700 for the second unit. And for the River Troll Hag, 720 and 504. So a game that I really enjoyed and I'm very happy to share with you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please smash that like button. I would appreciate it. Also, do drop a comment down below. I'll be very interested to know what you think here about all these ambush battles. Would this be something you'd like to see more in the future? If you are new here, I'd appreciate you guys subscribing. I just hit the 700 mark and I'm very thankful for everyone here for all your support. If you are also new, go down into that description. You'll be able to find all of my other social media platforms, but most importantly that Discord. You guys can join there and see all my single player and multiplayer content, as well as my leagues and tournaments, and you can leave videos on replays for casting just like this one, so you can see it here in the future on the channel. Other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourself during these times, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care.